Buona Sera event, this was our first year, and we purposely started the event to take what's best about the North End and to bring others into the community for a great night out. We talked to many of the local restaurants. We asked them to donate a table of 10, and then we sold that table to local companies who are able to pay $3,000 for a table for the evening for their colleagues or their clients or just themselves and family, whatever they would want to do.
We also coupled them with what we called a celebrity, and the celebrities were either someone from the Bruins or one of the sports figures, or some of the elected officials.
I was happy to be a participant in tonight's festivities because of what the North End West End Service Center means to the community that I represent and the community that I grew up in the North End, especially what it does for our elderly.
Anybody who's hungry, tired, homeless, depressed, so we try to help them get out of poverty. But we also feel it's important, very important, for gatherings like this to bring together the community.
When we went out to meet with restaurants, all of them had a story. The owner of, Monica's Vinoteca, he said, you know what? He goes, I owe ABCD so much because you helped my mother get her first job. And there's so many stories like that. When we stopped in on businesses, they were happy to see us. They were happy to tell us stories about the elderly, to tell us stories about the neighborhood.
One of the great things about the event was being able to have the space at Wilmer Hale, which they donated to us, which was a tremendous help. It's on the 26th floor of 60 State Street. And you can look out over the North End to the harbor, and it's all a beautiful view. But it was a perfect segue to explain to people that you may look out and you may see that everything's beautiful, but there are thousands of stories of people who live in the North End. Some of whom are not as affluent as the other people over there. Some of whom are struggling, some of whom need help.
Compared to other neighborhoods, we do have a large constituency of very elderly community. That means, above 80. And these people really rely on an agency like this to survive.
Like all the other community sites that ABCD has, it's a central place in the neighborhood. It's something that the neighborhood drastically needs. It really performs all of the services that we in government depend on for our neighborhoods, and that neighborhood depends on this site.
We had really good response to the event. I had people emailing me the next morning saying it was the best time they'd ever had at a fundraising event. Hopefully the goal is to replace what would have otherwise been received from the state for the entire year. So if we can do that, then we've achieved success.